Now from the windy city of Chicago, baseball from beautiful Wrigley Field. Today, the opener of this three-game set between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. It'll be fun watching these two swing it all series long. First pitch is next. John Lester, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last three starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
So stepping in, Professor Slugger. He will lead this one off today. First pitch coming, here it is. And the first pitch of the afternoon misses for ball one, and that's how things get underway here at Wrigley. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Towards second, and this will be put away easily for the out. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now, and by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
The next Cub up, Jason Hayward, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And a big swing by Hayward, but this is on the ground. Throw in time at first for out number 2. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I can't wait to see if Kyle Schwarber can keep it going. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Professor Slugger.
Professor Slugger.
First pitch on its way. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And it's fouled away. The next 0-2. Gets him looking up around the letters. So they go down without a whimper here. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Professor Slugger. He got called out on strikes his last time through. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
Lester's 2-0 home.
Nope.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Gamble on at first, nobody out. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Let's take a look at the sequence here again. The first three pitches, all three down in the zone. So now you've got a guy that's thinking something down around the knees. He's conditioned to kind of look down there. That's when you mix it up and put it by him at the letters.
Striding in once again, Ian Happ. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Comes set with the 0-1. Hard on the ground to second. Scooped up. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. It's the Cubs 2 and the Padres nothing. Digging in to try it again, Professor Slugger. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Here comes the first pitch. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. Fouled off. Lester into his motion. Here it is on 0-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my men on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business. Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
A 2-0 finish today. The Cubbies jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. John Lester earns his 12th victory in the ball game. Justin Wilson closes the door for the save, his 22nd. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. Last time out.
Yeah, Matty, the first game of any series is super important. You have a chance to set the tone. Whether it's 3-game set or a 4-game set, you take the first one, you put that other team on their heels.
1-1 to San Diego's leadoff batter. Game time temperature tonight, a comfortable 66 degrees at first pitch. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit down the third baseline. And this goes right through him. And how about that to start a game? Next to the plate for the Padres, Adeiny Echeverria. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Adeiny Echeverria.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Shoots this one over to first. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. Hosmer's able to lay off, so he'll move to first on the free pass.
I'll tell you, he's looked unsteady out there since the first pitch he threw. A couple of hits and a free pass, so he's really searching for an answer to get back on track. We'll see if he can settle down here.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Conforto. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
Slugger on third. Echeverria at second. Hosmer at first with no outs. That's lifted the other way out to left. Schwarber has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, I think there's some real concern over the state of Will Myers right now. Watching his last game, he went 0 for 4, and it just looks like he's out of sync right now. Maybe this game is the game that gets him going.
Digging in, Adrian Dorta, and the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
I'm really impressed by that strikeout, and I'll tell you why. He should have gotten a call on the pitch before, and it looked like he got squeezed a little bit. In a bases loaded situation, that can drive a guy nuts, drive you crazy. What I loved is he didn't let him take it out of his game, and he came back with another good pitch and got the punch out. A really nice job of taking it one pitch at a time.
Now the 3-0 offering. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Man, it's been an absolute nightmare start to the game, and the nightmare continues as he walks in a run here in the first. The wheels are not completely off the bus, but they're definitely wobbling. We'll see if he can limit the damage going forward.
Digging in now for San Diego, Professor Slugger. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, D-Row, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Adeiny Echeverria, a base hit in his first trip. The 1-1 home. Hit the other way out toward right field. Baez ranging into shallow right, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. So it's first and second with 2 men gone. And standing in, here's the first baseman, Eric Hosmer. Now Hosmer with a swing and a deep drive to right. Back goes Hayward at the track, the wall, into the bleachers, and gone. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Career homer number 149 as the Padres have stretched their lead now 4-0.
Yeah, he is kicking himself right now. He worked his tail off to get out of that jam and was 1 strike away from getting there, and then boom, all that work goes to waste. From 0 to...
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Professor Slugger. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. First offering on its way. There's a breaking ball over the outer half.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Russell ranging to his right. On to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
It's hard to do anything with a pitch like that that's below the zone. And if you do anything with it, most of the time, this will be the result. A double play on a good pitch down in the zone.
The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go Professor Slugger. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. Popped him up. Rizzo trying to get there, and he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. Cishek's ready with the 1-1 pitch. This one's down to third. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. And this will go down as an E5, as you can see the exasperation on his face. Here's Echeverria now. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Slugger, base runner at first with 1 out. Pulled softly out toward right, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he didn't try and do too much. He took what the pitcher gave him, got the front foot down, and was able to fist feed a soft liner over the infielder's head for a knock.
Eric Hosmer will stand in as we'll flash you back to the 2nd inning as you get a look at this key 3-run home run. A pause and the 0-2. Grounded to the right. Baez fields it cleanly. There's one on to Rizzo, but a little slow in developing as they'll just get the 1 out.
Great job of hustle there by the base runner. That looked like an easy inning-ending double play. Now runners at first and third with 2 outs.
Ready for another shot now. Michael Conforto. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. 4 runs, 8 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. Hit hard on the ground to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a base hit. Also 1 error in the inning, but 2 men left on. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. Padres lead it 4-1. Here's Jason Hayward now.
The right fielder, number 22, Jason Hayward.
Here's the 0-2. This is flared out towards second. And that's the 2nd out. Ready once again, Professor Slugger. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
Slugger.
Here's the first pitch to him. Hit sharply toward the right side. A dive, but he can't come up with it in right as it skips right past him. Around second now, and this ball still hasn't been fielded. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Got a way to square up on that ball. Great
And that's
job.
the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Digging in and looking for more, Adeiny Echeverria. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point.
Echeverria.
From the stretch. Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and he can't take it up cleanly. They will get the out at first, and on top of that, the runner hesitated, and he's forced to stay put. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate towards. The total package of Eric Hosmer's game is really special.
Look out as this bat shatters on impact. And the inning is going to continue here as he reaches on an infield single.
Yeah, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that ball. Well, baseball is a game of streaks and runs, so a 4-game skid happens to even the best of teams. The key is they didn't panic or press. They just came out here, played their game, and put the losing streak behind them, like professionals are supposed to do. Well done.
Tonight's game comes to an end. 5-1 the final score. The Friars jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Chad Kuhl earned his 9th win of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Nighttime baseball now from the district as we welcome you inside beautiful Nationals Park in Washington. Tonight it's the first of 4 between the San Diego Padres and the Washington Nationals. 2 of the game's best bats slug it out. Back in just a moment. Tanner Roark, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Tanner Roark a lot of times gets lost in the shuffle. Really good sinking fastball. Former reliever that worked his way into the starting rotation. 93 to 95 miles an hour with sink. Power slider. Good changeup. I'd like to see him use the changeup a little bit more. Quality 3-pitch mix. A pitcher and not a thrower.
Now at the plate, Professor Slugger. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First of 4 to begin the new week as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. So guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape, winners in 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today.
The 1-1 is a fastball taken high for a ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
There's a called strike on a changeup, not a particularly good one. That changeup up in the zone like this oftentimes gets hit very hard. Was able to get away with it that time, but if he's going to be successful, he's going to need to get that changeup down in the zone around the knees.
To third.
Come on.
And that's the first out. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, keep an eye on the dynamic abilities of Will Myers. He's been a catalyst for this team in the last 10 games and in so many different ways. But looking at the one number I'm looking at, a .450 on base percentage, when you have that and you have the type of abilities that he has.
Digging in to try it again, Professor Slugger. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Missed with a breaking ball. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Popped him up. Zimmerman in foul ground, 1 down.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop out. Well executed pitch there.
Ready for another chance. Tanner Roark.
Now batting, the pitcher, Tanner Roark.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on it. Now a bunt attempt here. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Professor Slugger. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Slugger.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed up a little high. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Hit in the air out to right. On the run is Goodwin. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Padres down in order. Score remains tied 1-1. Ready once again, Michael Taylor.
Fielder, number 3, Michael Taylor.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Slugger waits on it. He hauls it in, and the potential go-ahead run will not come around to score. Nats leave a pair. Still tied 1 apiece. The San Diego batting order turns over and set to go. Professor Slugger. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adeiny Echeverria. He singled his last time up. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a fly ball, but shallow. And that's not going to do it. Morrison has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And they will not risk it. So with 2 away now, that go-ahead run is forced to hold tight at third base. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. It was a walk in his last trip. Swing, and he pops him up, and this should get him out of it. Turner is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Ready for another shot now, Michael Taylor. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Swing and a ground ball to third. Back to first, a ninth inning double play, and they're an out away from closing this one out.
Oh man, that's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man to start the ninth, and you're looking pretty good, right? Not when the next guy bounces into a double play. We'll see if they can get the final out and wrap this thing up. Well, that's just a great job of battling on the road. They fought all the way to the end, took the lead in the top of the ninth, and secured the W in the bottom half. That's a great team win.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Padres came through when it mattered in the ninth on the way to the win. Johnny Rosado wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Brad Hand earns the save out of the bullpen, his 26th. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com. Just a couple of miles from the Capitol building at beautiful Nationals Park in our nation's capital. Tonight, the second of 4 between the San Diego Padres and the Washington Nationals. Stay tuned for Nationals baseball next. Joe Ross, a California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Boy, talk about a guy that's hard to score off of. Last 3 starts, an ERA of under 1. So if you think you're going to score a lot of runs off this guy, you better get him early, because once he settles in, he's awfully tough. And Matty V, this is one of the top pitchers in the sport right now.
Into the box now, Professor Slugger. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike 1. So guys, these Nationals, as they enter play here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, they lost their last game. It was only by 1 run. They should be able, those are the tough ones, but they should be able to put this one behind them.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. With that, the inning opens with the Padres getting their leadoff man on base.
Hey, that's why this guy's in the leadoff hole. Grinder, battler, whatever you want to call him. He is not afraid to go deep in the count. He is not afraid to hit with 2 strikes, and he showed it right there.
Next to the plate for the Padres, Adeiny Echeverria. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here comes the first pitch. And the changeup is way low that time. And set up behind the dish is Clyde Washington, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Matty, Clyde's my type of umpire. I didn't mind the low strike zone, and that's exactly what he has. If you're not going to give him above the belt, I'm okay with it.
D-Row, you know, one of the things I guess with Clyde is he is a real good low strike umpire. Pitchers seem to like him more than hitters, but one thing I will say, he has a very consistent zone. It's a low zone, but a consistent zone.
Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first out. On to first, and they get it. And now for Washington, George Costa. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Turner gets his lead at first, nobody out. On the ground to second base, this could be 2. In. Echeverria for 1. Over to Hosmer, and it's a double play. And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I think this team really needs Ryan Zimmerman to turn it around. He had only 2 home runs last month, which is not good for a guy that hits in the middle of the order. They're going to need a lot more production, a lot more power from him moving forward. They expect it, and so do I.
Striding in once again, Professor Slugger. He reached on a single in his first try.
Slugger.
First pitch coming, here it is. Swinging a soft liner, and that's in there, base hit.
Come on, get down, get down.
Throw won't get him.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball player.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a third out on the bases. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Professor Slugger. He singled his last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Both teams with 6 hits so far. Behind 0-2 now. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Skied into straightaway right. Waiting on it is Goodwin. And that's the second out of the inning. So here now is the pitcher, Joe Ross. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Nationals 3 and the Padres nothing. Digging in once again, Professor Slugger. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Wow, the Padres have been scuffling so far. They need to get a big hit, and it's about time somebody comes through right about now.
1-1 to San Diego's leadoff batter. The 1-1. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
With runners on base, 2 outs and 2 strikes, this is a big next pitch for both sides.
Escobar on second. Margot at first. 2 out in the inning. The 2-2 one more time. Popped him up. Zimmerman in foul ground. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. The 2-2 one more time. Is swung on and missed, strike 3. Padres leave a pair. They trail in this one 3-0. Next batter to the plate, Brian Goodwin. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Brian Goodwin.
Swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 8th inning coming up. The Nationals lead it 4-0.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
A 5-0 finish tonight. Washington took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Joe Ross earned his 9th win of the year. Tyson Ross loses on the mound for the 19th time this season. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. Just blocks from the Capitol building, we welcome you to Nationals Park. Today it's the finale of this 4-game set between the San Diego Padres and the Washington Nationals. 2 of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Gio Gonzalez gets the starting assignment for the Nats in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low 3s. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch, and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low 3s in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right. This guy should be fun to watch in this one.
Stepping up now, Professor Slugger. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. First offering on its way. And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1, and we are underway at the Beltway. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they come in winners of 2 straight, and they've been playing some good baseball as well.
Hey, Matty V, yeah, they'd like to finish this series off strong, D-Row. They lose the first game of the set. They come back storming, winning games 2 and 3. They'd like nothing more than to finish it off and go 3 out of 4 and win this one here.
And heading into the weekend, this could really fire up this team, both offensively and defensively.
The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now. Here it comes, the 3-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. The 3-1. To short. Turner has it. And there's one away. A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I love the way Eric Hosmer plays the game. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now. And by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
In now is Anthony Rendon. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Anthony Rendon.
Hit out towards second. Slugger takes it in. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
So here's how the San Diego Padres are positioned defensively. Guys, the person I want to focus on is Eric Hosmer. This guy is coming into his own from the offensive standpoint, but don't get it twisted. This is a Gold Glove first baseman that makes the game look easy on the defensive side.
Digging in, Professor Slugger. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Slugger.
First pitch coming, here it is. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Kane, base runner at first with 1 out. Here's a high pop-up. Rendon is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. So digging in now, Leury Garcia. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Garcia.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Line drive, base hit to right.
No mistake what he was sitting on. Fastball, middle of the plate, kept his hands back, stayed through the baseball, and delivers a hard hit line drive.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Professor Slugger.
Professor Slugger.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Adeni Echeverria.
Gonzalez comes set. 0-1 pitch on its way. High and deep to right center. Taylor will range to his left and put it away. 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Eric Hosmer. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries.
Yeah, and this is the guy for me. I think this is the guy in the clubhouse that the guys truly gravitate towards. The total package of Eric Hosmer's game is really special.
0-2, here it is. There's a fastball that just misses, ball one.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
And strike three called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. One left for San Diego. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Into the box now, the Nationals pitcher, Gio Gonzalez. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. Now here's the pitch. Out towards second. Slugger has it. Throw gets him, 2 down. Digging in and looking for more, Professor Slugger, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And that's taken high and outside for ball 1. Kane over at second. Gallagher on at first with 2 down. In the dirt here. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Trying to keep the deficit right where it is, the pitch. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
3-1, here it is. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Garcia is there. And that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors, and 2 left. It's stretch time here in our nation's capital. The Padres lead it 2-1.
Now batting, second baseman, Howie Kendrick.
Little roller toward the hole. He's got it. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 left for Washington, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. So coming to the plate, Professor Slugger. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Slugger.
First pitch coming, here it is. Line towards center field. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Here's Echeverria now.
Now batting, shortstop, Adeni Echeverria.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. This is line to left. In there, a base hit.
Definitely tried to elevate the heater right there with 2 strikes, but caught way too much of the plate. Nice execution by the hitter.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. Slugger at second. Echeverria at first. 2 out in the inning. Skied into straightaway right. Costa has a beat on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Padres leave a pair, but they lead it 4-1. So the Nats lineup turns over, and to the plate, Trey Turner hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable, even when you're at home, to score 3 runs. Closer like this guy, they've got the work cut out.
And that's out number 1.
Man, that's what you would call an efficient outing. 1 pitch, and he gets the save. He doesn't get paid by the pitch, so he just figured he'd end it quickly and hit the showers. Good call.
4-2 the final score today. The Friars jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Javi Guerra gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Gio Gonzalez pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Brad Hand closes the door for the save, his 27th of the campaign. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.